Hey guys, so today for the video, I'm going to be talking about how today we decided, what happened was yesterday, and I had dance, and we were in the middle of dance, and then what happened was that all of a sudden one of my sisters called, which was good, and then basically we called, yesterday my mom's brother had called as I was getting ready for dance, about to get ready for dance. So, and we found out he will not be coming, and after Worldwide, we will be going up there. We wanted to immediately go up, but dance is definitely something that we kind of can't do because he's not an internet person. Plus there's, no internet where he lives. He never has had a computer or anything. He has a phone, but you have to, walk around in the middle of the woods to be able to call anyone or text, but the thing is that he doesn't use text. So, yeah, but we decided, my mom got off of, a video chat thing with one of my sisters. My other sister called today. And what happened was that we kind of made the decision to just celebrate Sam's birthday today. It's the day before his birthday. Tomorrow he's officially 3. Today we kind of did a little birthday party thing for him. We just me, my mom, my dad, and him obviously, because it's his birthday tomorrow, and that's what we were celebrating. So I woke up this morning and I ate breakfast, took my medicine, did my chores and stuff, and then I pulled out my soda so it could kind of warm up a little bit before I take my anemia pill because around my throat, my mouth just gets really cold and makes it harder to swallow and stuff because of how cold it is. But then I started decorating and stuff. So I went and grabbed the tape. Then I laid all of the pictures and stuff that I had to decorate. I had about 8 of them, so pretty good amount. And then I laid them out on the coffee table and figured out what was gonna go where, and I hung them up and stuff so our house could be decorated. And then what we did was we had 2 different candles. We took a very small candle that's black and gray, and that was the candle that he could blow out. I helped him, don't worry. And then we sang happy birthday, but we had another candle that was bigger. What we did, and the reasoning was because I had this very little, this little happy birthday thing that you stick in a cake, but we didn't have a cake or something to do it, so I just stuck it, I kind of slanted it so it would fit, but worked out very well into a bigger candle thing that I made, just so we have something to say happy birthday. And then his candle. And his candle was Sammy's side because it was really small. But it worked out really, really good. And then I laid out like all of his presents, took my anemia pill and my soda, and then we let him in, and then like my dad I attempted to light the candle. What happened was because the lighter that we were using, you have to push the thing forward and press down on the button. I couldn't get it to push forward. And also my hands are much smaller than my dad's. And I don't, like, my dad is much stronger than I am, obviously, because he's bigger, that's normal. And he just is. So my dad ended up, because don't worry, I didn't get burned or anything. Literally, what happened was I couldn't get to do anything. And then we like, sang happy birthday to him. Then we showed him his cards. We threw them away then because, like, we don't usually, like, throw cards away. But since it was just, like, cards for Sam and stuff, and he didn't care anyways and stuff, and we kind of didn't have anywhere, like, specific to put them. Like, with us, like, we keep cards because, like, sometimes we'll look back on them and, like, read them and stuff. But it's Sam, so, like, we just kind of read both of them to him once, so he, like, got the message and stuff. And then we, like, threw them away. Well, my mom did. Because at that point, he's a baby. Like, he's not gonna, like, ever, like, look back on them or anything. And they weren't, like, they were cool, but they're not, like, the coolest or something. And so, like, he had his moment of fun with them. Time for them to go. Then, like, I immediately, what happened was we were reading one card to him, and he went over to one gift, which I wanted him to open first, because it's his dog bed, and, like, his throne situation, so he could be a king today and tomorrow, because tomorrow's his actual birthday. So, like, it's like a throne type thing. And so, like, he went over and, like, sniffed it because it was covered up in blanket. So, like, that was the first gift, and he loved it. Like, I took the blanket off for him. He tried to pull it off, but he didn't quite make it, so I helped him. And then I flipped it over because it was upside down. And then he, like, started sniffing it, and he just immediately loved his bed, which is good because, that's actually really good. Because now he has two different beds, because he has one in here, and it's kind of just like a great little spot that I like to keep in here for him, because sometimes when I'm filming or something, he'll come with me, and, like, maybe occasionally he'll bring, like, a toy or a treat and stuff, and stuff, so it's a great little spot for him to have, so he can just lay on it and stuff. Then, so that's like a little laying spot for him when I'm filming and stuff. And then he has his new one, which is, like, big, so he can, like, it can be used, like, for whatever he wants it to be used for. So if he just wants to lay in it, like, right now it's in the living room. I think it's gonna probably stay in the living room. We don't know yet. That, like, if he just wants to use it as a couch, he can, or if he wants to use it as a bed, he can. If he wants to use it as his throne, he can. Or just a playpad. Because I did notice one thing, and he definitely was taking a lot of his toys and going and laying on it and, like, chewing on his toys as, like, a playpad situation. Then, Then, so yeah, that worked out really well. Then we moved on to the bag. Now the bag had everything else into it, but each thing was individually wrapped with some tissue paper, except for one thing, which I'll get to in a minute. And this is not me holding my middle finger up. This is me showing you number one. Plus, I don't even think it's this finger anyway. It might be, I don't know, but I'm not meaning a bad word or anything. I'm literally showing you one. And I think there's definitely, to me, I feel like it's different in different ways. I'm like, if you're just doing it, then like, no, that's not good. Like, that's not good. But if like, you're like doing it like, oh, counting like number one, then it's different and it's fine, I feel like. Like, you're counting something in like number one, number two, as long as you're continue putting fingers up, or in the case of number one. So fun. And his treats just had like a piece of tissue paper on top, since it's kind of a big box and stuff. Then what happened was, that the first thing he pulled out, I'm pretty sure, it was a cactus. And like, it's a cactus, like, squeaky toy. It squeaks and it crinkles. And it's a toy. And it's a cactus. And we went for toys like that because we got him like a 3-pack plus. My dad got him a little ball thing, which we'll get to. And he, so first up, because it was taped, and I kind of helped him open it, and then I squeaked it for him, and he just fell in love with it. He's like, oh wait, a new squeaky toy, it squeaks, it crinkles. Oh my god, I need to play with this right away. Like, I forget the other gifts, I need to run off and play with it. Then, the next gift that he got was his ball. Now, this was probably his favorite, and I knew he was going to love it because he had this exact ball. Well, it wasn't this, it was the same exact one, like this one's a brand new one, but same thing. And when he was really little, like his first Christmas is, Santa brought it for him. And so I knew for a fact he was gonna like it because he had one at one point and he loved it so much, and it eventually went missing. So now he has a new one, and first off, it's a ball, which makes it good on my end because he likes to play fetch a lot. Loves to play fetch, loves to play tug of war, and usually my dad has to throw his toy because we do a thing where we call a good throw, meaning how far it goes. If it goes really far, then it's a good throw. If it doesn't, it's a bad throw. And for some reason, I manage to almost never get a good throw in. My dad is amazing at it, and I always get bad throws in. So it's a ball, which helps because when I throw, it's just gonna keep rolling. So good on my end. Then second up, it squeaks. You know Sam loves a good squeaky. Then third thing, it's scented. It smells like bacon. And so it's like a 3-in-1 win. And plus it's a good size for him, which works because he has a couple of balls, but all of them are really big ones. Partly because at one point when I went to my reading, we would always go to this Dairy Queen, and there was an arcade or a playroom in there. So there was arcade games and a little play set that you could play in. And what happened was, what what happened was that like I would always play the one claw machine because I got really good at it, which was one that you would win like balls, like different, like you would win a ball if you got anything. And this one, I can tell you for a fact, was not rigged. A lot of the claw machines are rigged, so they like don't pick up certain things. This one was not rigged. I can straight up tell you that. No, I didn't win every time, but I won a lot of the time, and that, and also what at one point I was watching a channel. Well, I forget what it was called. That did like a lot of like arcade games and stuff. And like, so I literally learned a lot about like claw machines and stuff. And this one was never rigged. Like, I won from it a lot. Plus, I seen people win from it. Like, so like at this point, it worked out really, really well. Then, so yeah, like, he has a couple of them. And then, but he doesn't have one. They're all like too big for him. Like, they're all like the size where they would work for a big dog, but not for him. So, oh, now he finally has one that fits his mouth and his size. Because he used to have a ton of them. One, and then they all like eventually like got destroyed because he played with them so much and like different things. So, then from that point, he moved on to another one, and it was his llama, and he saw that squeaked and it crinkled, and he just loved it. And then he had one more toy left, and then one more like thing. It's a skull head. It squeaks, it crinkles. He loves it, and the last thing was a treat. At first, he didn't have interest in them because he didn't see what they were. But the second I opened the box, because in the box they're individually wrapped, meaning they're two different smaller packages that you kind of have to break them apart a little bit. Dental sticks, like the minty fresh ones or the fresh ones, meaning they like clean his teeth, they help his breath, so he doesn't have bad breath. Like his breath smells nice, and it cleans his teeth, and he just overall loves it. And it's like it takes care of all of like cleaning his mouth and his breath situation, which is good because he sometimes has really weird smelling breath because he's all the time eating. Like he's literally all the time or he eats a lot. He's constantly like drinking water, eating ice cubes, like chewing on ice cubes, and he like chews, like crunches on them, and as they melt, he enjoys and gets the water from it melt. Else he eats a lot of different things, and like ham. I know we give him human food, don't judge. Like a bunch of different things. But he's constantly like eating treats and stuff. Like we spoil him pretty good. Good. And so like his breath sometimes smells a little weird because of all these different smells. So this helps out so much with that. Also, it did come with two other kinds. It came with some beefy treats. But don't clean his teeth or anything, but they're a good treat. And then it also comes with original like dental sticks. Don't really know the flavor, but it seems like something he would like. We have not tried it on him yet because we let him pick one. one out this morning because they are pretty long, like they're like this long, and he's already like finished, or I would say more like this, like he's finished, and it's a big majority of it, like he's down to like maybe half of it left. This morning, I let him like, I laid out like the like different packages on the table. And one thing that I am kind of weirded out by is the fact that the original came in like kind of smaller, but like a good packaging, where they were all in like one bag, and the beefy ones came in like one bag, like one bigger bag. But the the fresh ones, like they're called fresh dental sticks, and they're like minty, and like they clean his teeth and like his breath and stuff. They came in 2 smaller packages. Like it wasn't all in one bag. I don't know if it was to like fit it better or what it was, but he now has 62 treats. Plus he still has a couple of the treats that he already had, because we always make sure there are treats in the house. Yeah, so that worked out really well, and then immediately he like got some playtime and stuff, and then my sister called and like wished him a happy birthday. Plus, she didn't realize it was his birthday, but my mom talked about how we like threw a little party for him, and like it was just us, but still we like decorated, we like made it fun for him, and by the time we were done, he was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed, like he didn't know what to play with first, or like he eventually, he kind of like gave each toy a little tester, and then me and my dad tested each toy to see which ones are good for throwing and which ones aren't. And all of them worked for my dad, but like all 4 of them. The one that seemed like it would guarantee work for me is the ball, because it's a ball and stuff, but all of them are great for throwing, and he just really loves. And my mom talked about like the little party thing that we did for him, and then my sister like wished him happy birthday, and then I talked to her a little bit and stuff. So now it's like it worked out, and then yeah, like tomorrow is Sam's actual birthday. There is an acro class happening like today, but it's already happened. But I am not doing it today because of 2 reasons. Reason 1 being that today I want to make today around Sam. I want to celebrate Sam's birthday and have fun with Sam. Plus, reason 2 being the fact that I didn't know until like last night after dance. Like literally, I went on Instagram, Abby was promoting it, and then I went like, it was kind of at the point where we already had decided to make like today about Sam, and I didn't want to have to like wait till after or the acro to like celebrate Sam, and like it just seemed wrong to do to Sam. Plus, we're gonna get a bunch more. Like dancing is something still that I'm still gonna do. I still love so much, and overall, I'm really excited. And I'll do it next week. Like, just not today. Like, today is about Sam. But I want to come on here and I was gonna film it, but then I forgot, and also, like, in that moment, and I just want to, like, make it kind of about Sam and not focus on filming and stuff. Like, because I feel like I'm always focused on filming and stuff, that when it comes down to, like, the little moments like that, I, like, for kind of in a way, like, I get kind of, like, I don't get to enjoy them as much because I'm so focused on filming. So I went like, you know what, that's not happening today. Today I am enjoying this moment. I am going to play with Sam. And right now he's asleep underneath the bed. Did you have a good birthday party, Sam? You want to go out there and continue working on your treat? We will in a second. But, so that was it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing about Sam's birthday party, and he was overwhelmed, like, not knowing, like, what he wanted to do. First, like, if he wanted, which toy he wanted to play with, or, like, did he want to eat his treat. And then at first, so he wouldn't be too overwhelmed. At first he just had, like, the toys, but he knew, like, he had got treats for his birthday. Then what I did was I gave him a minute to, like, play with, like, his toys and stuff, so he wouldn't be too over. Then I let him pick out a tree, and he grabbed it and ran off into the bedroom for a minute. And he just overall really loved it. And it's good to see him happy, like, partly because last year he didn't get too much for his birthday. Last year, me and Bella, like, we literally took a KiwiCo box that was empty, and, like, that was, like, the box that we wrapped everything in. And then last year, like, he got, like, a sock. He literally got, like, 2 different socks. And because he likes socks, and also, he doesn't destroy them or anything. He just, like, grab, like, the entire time Bella was down, he would grab, like, this one sock of hers, and he would just run around the house just showing it off. Like, he just, like, was, like, and he wouldn't tear it up or anything. Like, he would just keep it in his mouth and, like look around, like, all happy. So he got a pair of socks. But not a pair of socks. No, they were different socks. They weren't matching socks. And because Bella gave him one and I gave him one. And then we took some treats that we had in the pantry and we put them in there, and, like, we just threw together, like, a few little things around the house, and that was his birthday gifts. The gifts, I feel like last year it was, me and Bella really tried. We didn't think too much, like, leading up to it, but we really did try to make it amazing for him and work with what we had. So this year, that he didn't get Bella this year. Yeah, and actually that was something that kind of hit me the other day. Which was the other day, it might have been yesterday, I don't remember exactly. I, like, checked, because there's a thing where you can press, and it will, like, show you, like, what you posted 1 year on that day. And like, so I clicked on that, and you can share onto your Instagram story. And it was a picture of, like, Bella, like, tired. It was, like, a picture of Bella, like, tired, kind of later in the evening, like, because when Bella was down, let's face it, we stay up and talk. Like, we literally stay up and talk and stuff like it. And that actually kind of got to me a little bit because, like, this year is the first year in, like, out of 4 years. Out of 4 years, this is the first one that Bella hasn't, like, that I haven't spent time during the summer with Bella. And that kind of got to me because of the reasoning that, like, at the beginning of the year, I made lists of things, like, that I wanted to accomplish this year. And on there was have a great summer with Bella. And then it just wasn't going to happen this year, probably. And so, like, I had to mark an X on that one because I knew it wasn't going to happen. And I was really, like, sad about that. Like, and my parents knew that I was sad about it. Because, like, I was crying the night before, even though I understood. I was, like, crying and stuff, and, like, it was a mess, and Bella felt bad because she didn't want to be the reason I was crying, and generally overall, she didn't want me crying unless it was with happiness, like. Peace out.